Welcome, everybody. We are super glad that you are joining us today. And to make the most of your time and ours, we're just going to dive right into what you are here for. Who is this for? Who are you? This is for someone who is ready to create a real and lasting transformation in life, to get rid of the mental and emotional blocks, to step into an amazingly healthy body, and to dive deeper spiritually than ever before. This is for those out there who feel called to live a greater purpose, for people who are ready to learn to trust their intuition and become their own guide in life. And most importantly, this is for people who are ethical, moral, and compassionate, and who want to live life consciously. So if that's you, stick around because we have some amazing content for you, and we are going to give it all to you here today.
And who are we? We're Harry and Melanie, and we're the co-founders of Consciously.org, where we educate people in holistic health and conscious lifestyle coaching.
And as you've probably guessed by now, I am Harry, and my dedication to transformation has led me to travel the world. Over the last decade, I've lived with monks, yogis, and martial arts masters. I've practiced thousands of hours of meditation, got a consciousness studies degree from the University of Michigan, and become an inspirational speaker. And all of this has led me to my passion of conscious lifestyle coaching here today and to co-founding Consciously.org with Melanie.
I'm Melanie, and coming from a challenging childhood, I sought to help others. As a pre-med student, I realized that the answers I was looking for weren't found in Western medicine. And at that point, I began learning about natural healing and emotional release. Seeing the profound impact this has had on my life, I now use homeopathics, emotional release techniques, and other healing modalities on my clients. My dedication to healing from past trauma and my personal PTSD has led me to my specialty in working with people to process their trauma. Now we help create real change and healing in our clients' lives with Consciously. We support people around the world in their road to true and lasting transformation. Living a conscious lifestyle is more than doing a few things well. It's living every area of your life in line with your deepest values. A lifestyle is not one or two things. It's the baseline that you operate from. It takes being aware of yourself, your impact, and how much you care about both.
So now on to why you're here. The personal development, self-help, spiritual growth, and the health world are all booming right now. Together, they are multi-billion-dollar industries. So why is it that the US has an increasing amount of deaths caused by improper health? Why are mental health diseases on the rise? Why are people reporting feeling more disconnected from others than ever before? Purported transformation that lasts a few months doesn't help anyone, and most people aren't delivering on the promise to help people make true change. A thriving industry is worthless if it's full of false promises and it doesn't work. So here's some reasons as to what is going on. The personal development trap. This is one that not many people know about. This happens when someone goes to a seminar and feels amazing. You have that seminar high when you're in that environment, but then struggles to implement their breakthrough in everyday life. They come back and they lose that fire. So they read all the books, attend more seminars, and do all the right things, only to be left unsatisfied. So they go at it again, and it becomes this loop. And we're going to go into more of how to get out of that later. There's too much information dumped on the public and not enough step-by-step guidance, follow-through, and facilitation from the coaches. And one of the saddest truths is most of these coaches and programs want you to come back. They make money on your continued struggle. It's extremely important to care about your clients as a coach. And unfortunately, there are a lot of products and coaches that simply put profits before real results. A lot of people just want the magic pill. This is something we hear all the time. They don't want to put in the effort. They want the quick fix and the major results. And heads up, if that's you, you're not going to like the rest of this presentation. And lastly, and one of the biggest culprits is you. The person who's seeking transformation isn't ready to really change. The idea of transformation sounds good, but actually letting go of who you are can be scary. So the bottom line is most people are not getting the lasting results that they want. They might get short-term results, but not the lasting lifestyle change.
Why is this such a tragedy? The world is in desperate need for its own transformation. In the US alone, our general health is failing, our education system and economy are outdated, and the way we operate as a society is driving people to medicate and feel more and more alone than ever before. But there's hope. All true change starts with the individual. Your own transformation uplifts the world around you, and our world needs it. While many people don't make lasting change, there are those who wind up with the life of their dreams. Have you ever met someone that seemed to have their entire life together? Their relationships are amazing, they're healthy, they're happy, deeply spiritual, full of compassion, full of contribution, they help the things they care about, and simply are amazing people to be around. What do they know that the rest of the world doesn't seem to? The truth is that they've stopped seeking transformation as a quick fix solution and embraced a new way of living. Once you make the switch, incredible things will happen. You'll find that you truly can be happy. You can transform your life. You can bring adventure and wonder back into your life. You can have a positive impact on those around you and the rest of the world. You can have the life that you have always wanted.
So how do you do this? Creating and living a conscious lifestyle that brings about transformation has 5 major points. Without bringing in each of these 5 magical shifts, you will always be missing a part of the puzzle. So what are they?
That is the 5 points of magic to living life consciously. M, make a commitment to evolve. A, accept who you are. G, get rid of anything that is not serving you. I, impact what matters. And C, clean up your health. This is the magic to true transformation.
All right, everyone, this is where we are going to start showing you the way. So take out your pens, your papers, your pencils, and start taking notes, because if you apply magic into your life, it will make a huge difference. Let's get going. M, make a commitment to evolve. Evolving as a human being is a beautiful process. It helps us get to know ourselves in mind, body, and spirit. We become explorers of our inner world in ways no one else can. Our own consciousness is vast and our very own frontier to learn from, experience, and grow with. Just like any expedition, there are times of bliss and times of great challenge. To see the view from the top of the mountain, we must first climb our way up. And along the way, we encounter both obstacles and amazing things. Some days we may travel miles and miles and cover a lot of ground, and we call those good days. Other days it may take all of our strength not to slide back 20 feet, and I'm sure most of us have been there before. These trials and wonders, they challenge us, change us, and help us evolve. For some, it may make us question everything we've ever learned and who we think we are. But we are not meant to come out the same person we left as. It's on purpose that we face what the journey has to offer, because it's going to spark our evolution. This is why we have to commit to taking the journey. Without commitment, many people give up along the way. It can be hard. We've all experienced that. But if life's going to be hard anyway, we might as well be going towards our own evolution.
One of the greatest challenges on the journey is that no two people walk the same path. Your journey will never be the same as someone else's. This doesn't mean that we don't have guides along the way. If you're in a place where you're seeking guidance, make sure to find someone who understands this process. Someone who's done it themselves and has helped others do the same. Most importantly, a guide's main goal should be to help you follow your own path. They should challenge you to find your own answers, because your truth may be different from theirs. Their goal should never be for you to depend on them. We've worked with Nick for the last few months, and in under a year, he has stepped into his own path. He said, I didn't believe in magic until I met Harry and Melanie. Now I know there's a glitch in the matrix and some wild things have been happening on my journey. Emphasis on my journey. When we've helped Nick, it's been him finding his own purpose and who he is. His journey doesn't look like ours. And when we work with people, we want to be a guide ushering you down your own road because your road's not the same as someone else's.
On to the A, accept who you are. To accept yourself, you first need to know who you are. We don't mean your job, your name, or where you're from. Living consciously is about living your daily life in a way that is in alignment with who you are at your core, your beliefs, your values, your essence, and your being. It's trusting in yourself and allowing your intuition to point you on the right path on your journey. In order to live with this kind of alignment, we need to know what we are aligning to. Where is your compass pointing? That is the true north of who you are. The question, who am I? Ask and answer these questions truthfully. There's going to be 2 questions here. Journal about them, dig deep, and then dig deeper. The more time you spend on this, the more you'll get out of it. So who am I? The truth about this question is that it is a far deeper question than most people realize. There are many things today that people identify with, such as a name, an occupation, sex, ethnicity, so on and so forth, and therefore believe this is who they are. However, these are just things in the way of who you really are. The answer is far more profound and important. So as you search for the answer to who am I, go as deep as you possibly can.
The second question, why am I here? Mark Twain once said, the 2 most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why. People spend their entire lives searching for their own answer to this question and come up short. But the answer is within you. For most people, the answer is not found in a thought or a statement. It's a feeling deep inside waiting to be discovered.
This is Marcelli, and Marcelli is a beautiful example of someone who took the program, took meditation, and really dove deep into finding out who she was. And she said it came at the perfect time in her life, and she never realized how much it would impact all aspects of her life. And she's specifically talking about asking these questions. And now she's on a lifelong journey leading to mindfulness, self-discovery, and self-awareness. Now notice she calls it a journey because it is one. We might not get the answer on the first time, or even the second time, or even the third time. We need to keep uncovering what is in us in order to get to the answer.
G is get rid of what is not serving you. We don't just want to get rid of the things that aren't who we are, but also let go of the things that aren't serving us or not serving us anymore. We see people doing all the right things. They've been to every seminar, read every book, and they still aren't living the life they want. Why? The personal development trap. There is more to a conscious lifestyle and transformation than taking on new ideas. The path to healing can be challenging. I would never tell anyone otherwise. And this is where many people start to miss the boat. Too often, I've heard someone say, I've been working on this for years and nothing is changing. Well, of course it isn't. Creating new beliefs and habits without addressing the old ones and how they were formed leaves us with conflicting ideologies and behaviors. Although amazing things come from our evolution, for many, a part of change means beginning to heal. Past traumas, toxic people, cultural and societal mindsets, not knowing where to begin, overwhelm, fear, anxiety, and so many more things can stand in our way of seeing that really amazing evolution we're striving for. And this is why transformation cannot happen in just one area of your life. Otherwise, it just won't work. A powerful musical verse says, it's not enough to just feel the flame. You've got to burn your old self away. Many people get close to the flame. They get close to changing. They know what they want to become, but still have the old version of themselves. We have to be willing to get rid of what is not serving us and burn our old selves away. And this brings back M, making the commitment to evolve and accepting who we are. If we can be committed to this evolution, find out who we are, and be willing to get rid of the things standing in our way, this can happen. To know what to get rid of, you need to be able to see what you do and how you do it. Have you ever had someone point out a habit you do, like moving your hands a certain way when you talk, that you were clueless about? Building awareness is learning to see yourself, your behaviors, and witness how you live.
Everything we do in life, it comes from somewhere and it serves a purpose. And by increasing our awareness, we can then harness emotional release techniques and natural healing to move old habit patterns and negative beliefs and make room for the life that we are ready to live, to get rid of things that once served us but no longer do. Emotional release sessions are imperative, super amazing. Diving into blockages and beginning to rid them from your life takes everything you do to a new level. Depending on the extent of the trauma, this can be something that needs to be facilitated by someone who can help. Doing this alone can be extremely difficult, and if you're someone with a difficult past, you probably already know this, and it's safer to do it with someone else. And this is why people who are ready to evolve must have the courage to take emotional healing seriously. It takes courage to heal. It takes courage to feel, but stepping into that will change your life.
Getting rid of what's not serving us anymore goes far beyond changing what time we wake up in the morning or staying up too late. It's about realizing what is standing in the way of actually living the life you want. Because a lot of the healing work that I do with people is very delicate, I've omitted names and photos. Here are some of the things that people have realized. I had no idea how many negative habits I was carrying around from childhood. Seeing them and letting them go has allowed me to step into my life today. Even though I understood things intellectually, I still felt stuck. How many of us feel this way? We can all relate to that feeling of knowing it in our head, but not really embodying it. Releasing the pain on a physical and emotional level finally let me move past the trauma. It's like the weight I had been carrying has finally lifted. This goes for the big stuff and the little stuff. Even the things that are not deep-rooted trauma have an impact. I had never been taught how to recognize my emotions, let alone learn how to process them in a healthy way. Now I have the emotional vocabulary to understand my feelings and process them as they come. Expanding your emotional vocabulary will really help you to be able to see what you're carrying around, to be able to realize, am I really processing what I'm feeling? Am I feeling it to its capacity and letting them out? Or am I just holding on to it because I only have one way of looking at it? It's not just letting things go, but also learning a new relationship with yourself and how you interact with the world. And all of these things help you to impact what matters. This is possibly one of my favorites in magic. Your impact. Once you know who you are, where your true north lies, and you've become aware of your habits and your current lifestyle, you can start to learn the reality of your impact. When we do anything, there's a ripple effect. Whether it's buying something, speaking a certain way, creating something, it all has an impact on everything else. To learn about your impact, all you have to do is start asking questions. When I spend time with certain people, how do they affect me? What is my mentality? What conversations do we have? How comfortable do I feel being myself? How comfortable do they feel being themselves? These are also great questions to keep identifying who you are, to keep expanding on that, and to keep getting rid of things that aren't serving you anymore and bringing in the things that are. When you buy a product, where does it come from? How's it made? Who makes it? Where does the raw material come from? How does it get to me? What happens after I use it? Where does it go? Who deals with it? Where does it end up? When we start asking these questions, we realize we make decisions every day that impact much more than ourselves. By expanding our awareness and our compassion, we start to see a wider view of the world and our place in it.
For example, we love helping people transform their lives and step into a conscious lifestyle. In fact, it's one of our main purposes in this lifetime. We are dedicated to making a difference in people's lives because at our core, we're compassionate and empathetic beings. It's through our connection that we grow together. For this reason, we're also dedicated to making sure our actions are truly conscious and healthy for not just our clients, but the world as well.
The real impact. Now you have a choice to make. The real impact comes from learning your impact and deciding what you are going to do about it. What you do depends on your true north. Knowing who you are, being aware of yourself, and being aware of your impact, you can now hold your decisions up to your compass. This, in essence, is listening to your intuition. If your impact points north, you know you're doing the right thing for yourself. If not, you have another question to ask. How much do you care? And are you willing to transform your lifestyle to live in alignment with your values? How much do you care? And are you willing to transform your lifestyle to live in alignment with your values?
One thing we see in the way of true and lasting transformation is being exceedingly selfish in the process. Yes, there's absolutely an aspect of it that is selfish, but self-love is an amazing thing. You can do all of this to look better, feel better, have more fun, freedom, and whatever else. But if you can't learn to look beyond yourself and to gain compassion and empathy for others, you will block a pivotal part of the transformation process. Each modality of healing and growth that we teach benefits several layers of the global family. The nutrition that we teach, which is plant-based, is possibly the best way to help combat animal abuse, environmental degradation, carbon emissions, land and ocean pollution, water consumption, and more. And using fresh and organic produce affects the future of our soil, agriculture, and health. It's an amazing way to affect multiple layers at once. Using natural remedies and products increases the demand for medicine without chemicals and medical testing. The waste of plastics used for medicines is also greatly diminished. In the healing world, there's a saying, hurt people. And how we treat each other is largely influenced by how we treat ourselves. Processing our emotional blocks helps us see that those we're in conflict with have a lot of healing to do themselves. If we can respond with compassion instead of resistance, we can make an immense impact on their lives as well. And it was once said, the greatest evil that impacts our world today is ignorance of the soul. In finding our true center and our deeper sense of self, we can literally understand that we are all a part of the same whole. Energetically and consciously, we can have a positive impact on those around us and the world. So each thing that we do affects both ourselves and the world around us. This is not to say that everything we do is perfect, but it's a start and it does have a greater positive impact. Understanding what matters to you will help you make choices that matter. Understanding what matters to you will help you make choices that matter. That's super powerful. Take that in. This last shift is so important to us that we will not work with someone who isn't willing to do the same. Not only will they be resistant to some of the changes necessary, but just aren't the best fit for our program or for us. Gabriel is a perfect example of this. He came to us initially just wanting to lose weight, but wound up going so much deeper. And the program changed his life. And he says that the people that he works with have begun to change their diets. They started asking him about meditation, and they were genuinely interested in how he lived a sustainable lifestyle. And he says, this program is not just about you, it's about making an impact in the world. And I'm thankful to be a part of this family now. And that's what this is we're creating a global family of people who are evolving, who care, and who are making a difference.
The last part of magic, C, clean up your health. One last thing standing in a person's way who has figured out who they are, who knows deep to the core what they believe, who's worked through their traumas and limiting beliefs, and who's learned about their impact and is making decisions in line with what matters to them, is health. Health is the thing that makes or breaks someone's ability to truly shine. We aren't our most effective, happy selves when we feel awful or are constantly battling problem after problem. To be our best, we need to feel our best. And cleaning up our health is one of the biggest breakthroughs for people. To clean up your health, we look at 3 main factors: nutrition, stress, and toxins.
With so much conflicting information, it's important to learn how to evaluate the nutritional science that's out there, how it affects the mind, body, and spirit, and how nutrition is important to evolving into your best self. As we said earlier, we teach a plant-based diet, and it's been shown to reverse several diseases including type 2 diabetes, obesity, hypertension, heart disease, and more, as well as decrease inflammation and balance your hormones, which both directly affect your mental health as well. And this is all to say that this is done correctly, because there is a way to be a junk food plant-based eater. Eating a diet balanced in fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds, whole grains, and legumes provides the body with a high nutrient density, which means that all of the calories you're taking in are dwarfed by the amount of nutrients that you're taking in. And quite honestly, most people's diets today are calorically super dense and nutriently really dead. So we need to reverse that, and we need to really approach health in a smart way. This is Jose, and Jose is the poster child for plant-based nutrition. He came in not aware of plant-based nutrition at all, and I'm just going to read straight from his response because it's perfect. This might sound cliche, but I have never felt as good as I do with plant-based nutrition. Energy levels, recovery, mental alertness, and awareness, etc., all benefits. After living this way, I realized how bad it feels to eat and live normally and have no interest in going back to normal again. That's so well said. He started to feel what true health really was. And this, over just 90 days, he lost 35 pounds and his cholesterol dropped 54 points. And you can see in the picture, he looks pretty good too. So, and this is just the nutritional aspect of things. It can make a huge difference in our lives.
Good nutrition is an amazing way to step into incredible physical and mental health. So why do people who lose weight seem to always gain it back quicker than they lost it? Why is it so hard for people to stick with a healthy diet and a lifestyle? We already know that getting good information is key, first and foremost. And we all know that health is more than just what we eat. As much as nutrition helps with mental disorders, it can only do so much. We know that the body affects the mind, but people forget that the mind affects the body as well. People destroy their health because of stress, anxiety, depression, anger, and sadness. The solution? People go to the doctor and are put on medication to escape the pain of feeling those emotions, which only leads to a list of side effects requiring more medication, becoming a life sentence of prescriptions and poor health. This cycle is vicious and is increasingly affecting people at an alarming rate.
This is why you can't just approach health from one angle. And true health is found at the core of a centered mind, body, and spirit. Meditation has been shown to help reduce anxiety and depression, lower stress and restlessness, help you sleep better, which is huge, by the way, and increase creativity and clarity. But truth be told, these are side effects. Yeah, side effects. Great side effects. We're used to negative side effects, but these are good side effects. Meditation's deeper purpose is to help us identify and connect with our spirit. Spirituality doesn't need to be some concept. With proper practice and guidance, we can experience a deeper part of ourselves than ever before. And that's a huge part of the journey to finding out who we are. So this is Mary, and Mary just dove into meditation, absolutely loved it. And she said, I cannot tell you how much meditation has altered my life for the better. She was one of those people who was just waiting for this, whether she knew it or not, consciously or subconsciously, and she dove in. And she saw herself getting rid of stress and anxiety, insomnia, and it improved her life in business. And so she says, give this program a chance. It changed her life. And we were excited to have Mary as well. She was super enthusiastic about the entire process and really gained a ton out of the meditation sessions.
Now, we've seen the cycle. People aren't feeling well. They get on medication. They take medication for the side effects. But many of the reasons someone's taking those meds in the first place can be solved with proper nutrition. When it can't, there are more options out there than pharmaceuticals. Using natural plant remedies and homeopathics to rid the body of illness, injury, or lingering emotions stuck in the physical structure of the body is another piece to the puzzle. By exploring natural remedies like homeopathics, herbal remedies, targeted nutrition, and other modalities, we can keep our bodies free of toxins and heal. And in the interest of being toxin-free, which leads to better health, clarity of mind, and has a huge positive, helpful impact, we can make choices that keep us healthy. By eliminating other toxins in our homes and throughout our lives, we live better while knowing that we're acting in a way that's in line with our values. Sylvia had started exploring holistic approaches when she was diagnosed with macular degeneration. And throughout the program, she had many benefits. She got healthier, she got happier, she learned to manage her stress. And as of her last checkup, all the swelling in her eye is gone and there's no more leaking blood vessels. On top of that, she's back at her goal weight, but this time she says she feels 100 times better. One of the things we get a lot from people is, I didn't realize how bad I felt until I knew how good I could feel. And that's just in 90 days. This program really makes a difference for people in a short time, which comes through their commitment to really diving in. And the chapter that we spent with Sylvia was just one of many. She's doing fantastic and really saw evolution in every aspect of her life, with the physical healing being just one piece of many. So what is the magic to a conscious life? It's make a commitment to evolve, accept who you are, get rid of what is not serving you, impact what matters, and clean up your health. These things together make magic. If you are looking for a magic solution, this is it. One of the shows that I love watching has a line that says, "The problem with this world is everyone wants a magic solution, but nobody believes in magic." Believe in this, make a commitment to it, and this will change your life.
And all you have to do is let the process unfold. Transformation rarely happens instantaneously. For most of us, it can take months and years to implement and get a grasp on and change us to our core. Trying to rush through to the other side can be a major roadblock, and letting the process take the time that it needs to. However, never think this is a must. Instant shifts can and do happen. I've seen it with my own two eyes. But while you keep that possibility open, let the process take as long as it needs to. When the going gets rough, a shocking amount of people fall back into their old ways and give up on goals and dreams. Why? Because their willpower is terrible? I thought so for a long time, even with myself. But the answer is no. Yes, it takes time, energy, and dedication to achieve something that we've never done before. But the truth behind why huge numbers of people fall off their goals is because of a lack of having true purpose behind their actions, proper coaching, guidance, and accountability. So many people try to push their way towards change. But when we're in alignment with our true purpose, we're pulled towards it. We're pulled towards change and a lasting transformation. The process shouldn't be an endless challenge. It should be fun too.
Now again, you have a choice. You wouldn't be here today if you weren't ready to make real change. The question is, are you ready to take the necessary steps to make it happen now? You can do it alone. Let no one tell you differently. But going it alone can be overwhelming. If you're looking for someone to guide you through the journey, we would love to help. Our Conscious Lifestyle program is built to help you succeed. We keep our clients to a select few so that we can give you all of our attention and passion. With weekly coaching calls, monthly healing sessions, and full access to us, we provide you the support needed for your personalized journey.
Not only do we have years of coaching experience helping people reach their goals and make true transformation, we have actually done it ourselves, and we live a magical life.
Yay!
We personally know how hard it can be to make lasting change and create a new lifestyle. And that's why we're so passionate about helping others do it too, because we also know how amazing it is. Patty was one of our clients, and that's actually me cut out of the picture. And she said that Harry and Melanie take the time to really get to know you, make you feel comfortable from the start. They are knowledgeable, caring, honest, and open. And the reason that we're reading this is because we step into your life as much as you step into ours. We do this together, We care, and we need to know that you do as well. Another one of our clients, Michael, was honestly someone who had been down this road quite a bit, knew a ton about transformation and personal development, and he just needed that extra push, that extra step. And he said that we went far to ensure his success as a student. We gave him multiple resources to pursue both within the course and outside. And we are the first to say that, hey, you should read this book. Where you are in your journey, go read this. We're not going to only give you our content. Yes, we have a ton of it, and yes, we will give it to you. But if there's something outside of us that will help, we will be there to give it to you.
At this point, most people ask, so what's the catch? There really isn't one, other than that we're picky with who we work with. We need to know that you're fully dedicated to your own evolution. We're bringing you into our lives just as much as you're bringing us into yours, and we want to make sure that we like you and you like us too. As you've seen, transformation takes commitment and enthusiasm. And for this reason, we charge a high price for our program. This allows us to work with an intimate amount of people so we can give each one our full support and everything we have to offer. We've seen too many people not take this process seriously because of not investing enough into it. We also know that our program has made amazing impact on people's lives internationally, and we take what we do very seriously. We really hope that you have gotten a lot out of this presentation. We know that bringing magic into your life will help you live life consciously. I'm going to let Harry tell you what the next step is. And if we do talk soon, I really hope to get to know you better and help you live the life of your dreams.
So what is the next step? If you're interested in seeing if we're a good fit for each other, let's hop on a call. There's a button below that will link you to booking a call with us. We'll spend 30 minutes with you to identify where and how we can best serve you. If in the end we decide to make this happen, we couldn't be happier to begin our time together. If we aren't the right fit for you, still book the call. Let's get to know each other, and then we can make that decision. Apply what you've learned here today, and don't wait for the right time to start. Start now. Remember, we've all been down the road of same old, and you know where it leads. Have the courage to break out of the loop. You are the only one who can decide what your future looks like. You are the one that you have been waiting for. Do something now.